And good evening. Welcome as we have severe weather rolling through the area presently. Now, right now, we don't have any tornado warnings or any type of warnings issued for Lauderdale County. We do have a tornado watch that has been issued for the area. That's going to be till later this evening as we look at this. Let me look at our time span. We're under the tornado watch until 2 a.m. The weather will start fading away by then. As we look at all this, a couple of things that we need to get updated on as we get this started tonight of looking at the weather. We do have some tornado warnings to the south of us. We'll get to those in just a few moments. A couple of things that we need to cover first is we do have an accident that just occurred on I-20 eastbound. This is going out of town toward Lost Gap. At mile marker 124, a rollover accident. A car has struck the guardrail. That just happened a few moments ago. Now, if you were watching, I want to cover this. We had a shooting in Meridian just a little bit ago. 18th Street, 32nd Avenue is the area that it was in. It did involve a male subject that was shot, a very serious wound. When we first arrived, we were being told that it was possibly a fatality already. As we're learning, the person has serious injuries but is alive. As we get more information on this, we will pass along. But it was a shooting that occurred 18th Street, 32nd Avenue at this point. That happened just a little bit ago in Meridian as we were live on the scene. And again, our first as we got there, and I've always said as we go along, information sometimes changes. A very, very serious wound. Rushed to a local hospital for medical care. We hope there's a full recovery. We will let you know as we get more information on that. Now, let's get into what we have with weather. Let's jump on this as we get into Doc's Toyota radar tonight. As you'll see here, Meridian getting pounded, especially in the West Lauderdale area with bad weather. We're going to come back to that. We need to let everybody know this in this yellow area that this is tornado watch. And if you'll look at this just to the west of Hattiesburg, we have 2 tornado warnings in Mississippi, and we have 2 tornado warnings that are now in Louisiana. Let's start at Mississippi and look and see what we've got here. If you live in the Prentice area and you're watching tonight, there's a tornado warning there. This includes all around Bassville, also Columbia. We have a tornado warning for that area also. Special weather statements all the way over toward Purvis is what we're looking at. Let's look at what we've got here. Marion, Mississippi, Jefferson Davis. A tornado warning remains in effect in them until 9:15. So 32 more minutes remaining on this for northern Marion and Jefferson Davis counties. Radar just updated about 8-9 minutes ago. A line of severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado was located along a line extending from Prentice to Society Hill to Holly Springs. The storm's moving at about 45 miles an hour east. It is a warning. It's radar indicated. It has not been confirmed on the ground. It's radar indicated with that. The storms will be near Columbia, Brassville, Goss, Bunker Hill, Society Hill, Morgantown. And these areas there by 8:40 and make it to Melba about right now, about 8:45, a couple of moments from now, and improve around 8:50. If you're in that area, seek shelter now. That is a tornado warning. And again, here's Collins, here's Seminary. If you live to the west of there, Bassville, Prentice area, tornado warning for you. Also the Columbia area. Let's look at this of what we've got. Tornado warning remains in effect for southern Marion County until 9:45. That's 1 hour and 1 minute remaining on this tornado warning as we look at it. It will be around Columbia at 8:45, Pickwick around 8:50, Pine Bur around 9:05, and to Sandy Hook around 9:10. Again, this is all south of us. And again, as we go further south than that and look at this storm now, now we have 3 tornado warnings that are in Louisiana. Let's back out and show you the big picture of what we got. This storm is moving to the northeast, stays on track, would affect these eastern counties like Lauderdale County if it stays on track as we follow all this. And we got heavy thunderstorms here. As we look at Louisiana, this is well worth looking into because it's going to affect Mississippi here in just a little bit. If you live in these Kentwood area just to the east of you, tornado warning until I believe that's pronounced Tangapeo Parish, southeastern Louisiana, and Washington Parish until 9:15. This second one here around Roseland is going to be several St. Helena, Livingston, these areas there, along with Tangapea County and East Baton Rouge Parish are all under a tornado warning. This just below that state line, moving to the northeast. Expect these storms to move into this area. Now, as we look at this, we don't have any other tornado warnings in the state of Mississippi right now. We've got a lot of storms that stretches from Baton Rouge all the way up to Birmingham at this point. Greenville in the Mississippi Delta getting a pounding. And as you'll see, once these storms move through here, it's going to get better. Now, at this time, we don't have any severe weather outages. All is working fine. Let's move in on this and look at Lauderdale County now, starting at Noxubee County. Let's turn on some locations so we can see all of this and get you updated to where you live. If you live east of Highway 45, Bahana Bridge area in Noxubee County, heavy rain there. As we look at Highway 14 going across there, that's terrible rain if you're in that area. As we get here to Crawford, if you'll look out to the east to the Bama line, we've got a lot of rain stretching. This is headed toward Aliceville. It will be headed into Carrollton, Alabama, out of Noxubee County before long. If you're traveling Highway 14 west of Macon back toward Louisville, you're going to get into a lot of rain there as well. Now, it's just strong thunderstorms, heavy pouring down rain. As you'll look at these thunderstorms as you get into Kemper County, the intensity picks up. Now, Linda Jane, this is going to be out near you where you are. There's no warnings, but we've got a lot of rain there east of Scuba. Highway 16 as it joins into Highway 17 all the way over to Geiger. Bennsville getting poured on. And this follows a line right around Highway 45. Anything east of Highway 45 around Scuba is where the worst is happening now. This is Baca Valley Hunting Camp, that large piece of property that's down here. Baca Valley getting a pounding. As we go further south and we get into the Porterville area, look at this around the Chicken Shack. Showers and heavier rain back to the west of there, making its way toward Porterville, the Porterville Woodyard, and over to Jack Webb's store. That area is going to get flooded in just a second. Raining heavy at the Cowboy Church right now. As we look south of DeKalb, just on the outskirts of town, Fire Tower Road, that area, heavy rain. We've got it pouring down right here at Kemper Springs there around the Volunteer Fire Department. Here at Blackwater Baptist Church, all this area there, as you'll get in that straightaway before you get into DeKalb, it's pouring. We get into Lauderdale County, the intensity gets worse. As we get to the Samdale Monument, you might not be able to see it. The rain is so heavy at this time as we look at this. Out by North Lauderdale Water Association, heavy up to Northeast High School, over around Highway 39 of the soccer field, heavy rain. Highway 19, as you'll look at this, stretching back all the way here to MCC, is pouring rain there on 19. And again, we've had the one wreck reported there on I-20 at mile marker 124. Okay, we just got another warning south of us. Let me back out on this. This is going to be around USM. We're getting tornado warnings right here. Just got this issued here just a few moments ago. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for Forest, Covington, northern Lamar, and Jones County in southeastern Mississippi. At 8:46, a line of thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado is located along a line extending from near Lone Star to Bassfield to Columbia, moving, and it's a little bit faster at 50 miles an hour is what we've got here. Hazard tornado. This is also a radar indicated rotation that we've got with this. Collins around 8:50, Seminary around 8:55. That would put it in about 6 minutes there. It will reach Hattiesburg in the So-So area by 9:10 and roll into Laurel, Ellisville around 9:20. Be prepared if you live in this area south of there. And as you can see, these storms are moving. Let me turn this off. This is moving to the northeast. As you'll see, this is right at Jasper County. This is going to be right at Clark County, which could affect all of these areas and then on into Alabama. So we've got to watch this. Look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties right now in Mississippi under a tornado warning. We've got several parishes in Louisiana that has fired off tornado warnings, and we're getting dumped on right now in Lauderdale County with rain. When we look at the storm right here, this is going to be moving near Upton, near White Oak in 24 minutes, making its way across there northeasterly towards Scott County. Here's McGee. This is Delo, Mississippi, and this is Highway 49. It's moving to the northeast and will head toward I-20. This header of the storm in that direction. Newton, we got light rain at the present time. Lauderdale County in the immediate area and the Enterprise Stonewall area getting the most in Clark County right now. as we'll see that. Heidelberg is right here. I have not gotten anything that says it's under a tornado watch. I have not gotten anything that put Heidelberg into a warning just yet. Let's do a refresh and make sure we've got the absolute latest from the National Weather Service. And we don't have that just yet. We'll do another refresh here. And Heidelberg is under a tornado watch at this point, is what I have. It's going to be just due south. It's mere miles in between this, where this tornado warning is right there at Sandersville. Be weather cautious if you live in the Heidelberg area. It is very close to you. As you'll see, this is taken in Laurel, Jones County here, back over to Collins, due south into Jones, Hattiesburg area there over to Columbia, all of those areas there. These will affect Mississippi as well eventually here. So it's a lot of activity to the south of us at this point, with storms moving towards Scott County as well. As we look at Lauderdale County, if you'll look at this, let's get a little bit closer. Now, as I describe what's going on here, all of this purple is lightning that is in the air that has not touched. Anything that you see yellow on this screen has struck. It has that. Right there. We've had several lightning strikes. That was at 8:45, 6 minutes ago. And we had a lightning strike there at Collinsville there at Cicalina around 8:43. All right, as we turn our locations back on, as you'll see here, this is Highway 45 Clarkdale. The heavy rain hadn't really reached Clarkdale yet. It's raining in the area. You get over near Plant Sweat, you get over by Dunn's Fall, lots of rain has fallen and come across that area over to the church, to the Evangel Temple. A lot of rain there coming across the airport, Highway 11, and those areas. Now, the eastern side of Lauderdale County, still looking good. We hadn't gotten any major storms there yet. Again, this is just a brief overview of what we're following at this point. As we get into Clark County, as we'll look at this, Enterprise Stonewall getting a lot of wet stuff right now as we look at that. Heaviest of rain there at Enterprise. This is going to be falling all around the Enterprise High School, River Road, those areas there, Enterprise Cemetery, and St. Mary's Church. We've got a lot of rain there, the heaviest right there. So use caution if you're in Clark County. Down to Stonewall. Pachuta getting a lot of rain as well. As we look at Jasper County, it's not so bad, but we do have some periods of heavy rain there. Of course, falling across here at the lake. As we look at this at Pachuta, and then right here at Lake Edens, we've got a lot of rain coming down there. Even over at the courthouse in Montrose, we've got rain. The Dollar General, we've got showers there as well down in Shibuya. Now, again, this is our tornadic activity as it moves in from these storms. What they've done here, if you'll notice, there's not a lot of activity here yet and under a tornado warning. These are the storms that are moving just to the west, moving into the county. We'll watch these very carefully. Jones County, again, tornado warning until 9:45. We get down to ECC in this area here, down to USM, rather. I said that wrong. That's until 9:45 in those areas there. Columbia, Mississippi, under a tornado warning until 9:15 is what we're showing on that. We have a storm moving out of Louisiana toward Tylertown, Mississippi, and it should be reaching Tylertown within 27 minutes. This is that leading edge of all this thunderstorm activity here that south of there is producing tornado warnings in Louisiana. Now, let's back up here and see what we've got. I was checking out. Let me make sure I hadn't gotten any other information. All right, let's see. Birmingham, if you're watching us from the edge of Birmingham, there are a lot of showers moving into y'all as well. No warnings, but special weather statements moving into the Birmingham area. A lot of traffic in that area. Be careful if you're at home. You don't have travel there either. Way too much traffic to get on the interstate at this point. Let that be. You'll see this, and let's put this storm in motion so you can see how this thing is playing out here on radar. See, that's all moving to the northeast with these storms as it moves across here out of Louisiana into Mississippi. Now, again, as we're watching, I had several people ask about Neshoba County. At this point, Neshoba County is fine. We've got light rain. If you look out to your west, you're going to get wet. We've got showers around Vicksburg to the west of Kosciuszko that's going to make their way there. We're watching these storms here. The Hattiesburg area, should they develop and continue on with this, we could have some more tornado warnings that are issued for our area. We're going to watch these throughout these evening hours. Now, let's double check here, make sure we don't have any outages here. I don't believe we do. We got a small portion here now that's gone out. Let's look at what we've got. Roughly 118 customers are affected right now. Lauderdale County. This is going to be east of Daleville. This is going to probably be up near the naval base. Here's John C. Stennis, and this is right up here. Let's look at the name of this road here as we get in. This is right at the county line, Kipper County line. Charlie Johnson Road at the Lauderdale-Kemper County line. Right there is what we've got. Around 34 people without. All right, east over here, we've got, and what this is doing, wind is doing this. Old Highway 45 north, this is going to, here's York Road. All right, let's see here. Seth Cobb Road. If you live in that area, about 50 people there are without power there in that area. Let's move down and take a look at some more areas here. We got about 5 people right here. This is going to be on Murphy Road without power. Again, that number is smaller than the others, but if you're part of that 5, it's not quite so fun. We've got more here. As we zoom in, this is going to be Causeyville area. Pretty good section of people without power right along in here. This is taken in Causeyville Road, Lakeview Golf Course Road. All right, we have another accident that's going to be on 65th Avenue and North Frontage Road. That's going to put that just about where the Queen City truck stop is what I'm guessing here. Let's see here what else we got. We have a bucket truck that is rolled over North Frontage Road. Now, if I'm counting my chickens right, that would probably, and again, information changes as we get it, as always when we're live. I just want to say that, cover ourselves, and I don't want anybody to, but a bucket truck usually involves some type of power truck. It's right there at Queen City Truck Stop. Could have been one passing through town. It could have been one responding to power outages. But we do know that we do now have 2 accidents, one at I-20, mile marker 124 eastbound, and now one at 65th Avenue, right there in front of Queen City Truck Stop. A bucket truck has turned over, rollover, as we have people responding to that. Let's see. Unknown injuries at this point is what I was just texted. So as I get information on that, I will pass that along also. We'll get updated on that in just a few moments. So we got extremely wet weather, and I tell you all this as we're going over the outages. Don't travel right now. It's hazardous outside. You can slide off the road quickly, and we do have emergency personnel responding to these areas there to try to get the power and trees. The wind is blowing heavy out there. So be careful, stay at home if you can. And Daniel, you're right, this will make if you got anxiety, things get you. Stuff like this will get you. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll be here to walk you through all this stuff. It will be fine and dandy as we look at this. And again, let's go back in here and look at what we're dealing with in Lauderdale County without power. It's that 0 area where we were looking at right here out by Lakeview Golf Course, about 84 people without power. And we got a little update there. So we'll do 86. We're sitting at 91 in that area up to the city limits of Meridian without power. Let's look further south here as we get into Stonewall with those storms where we were looking at just a moment ago. We got about 26 at Stonewall without power. And then just north of Enterprise, we got about 4 without power right here. That's going to be right there at 59 County Road 370 in that area, right there at the interstate. So no power in those areas there. It looks like we've got 1 at Scuba. That's That's odd. Just one there in Scuba without power. And again, everything's fine and dandy until you're that one person without power, isn't it? Let's go back to radar, take a look. We'll come back and look at Mississippi Power in just a moment to see what type of outages they may have also there. Bob says his cat has anxiety. Power flickering in Tumsuba, Cameron says. Let's see here. Looking back over there. Purple rain all. Yep. Let's see. County Road 22 in the Rose Hill. Pam, that's going to be Jasper County for those who are watching in that area, Rose Hill without some power. And we'll look at your county also there. Newton County, Scott County, winds are rough. We'll look at the winds too on this. Let's see. North Mississippi storm chasers shared an image of a storm into Forest County. Let's see. Heavy thunder. And there's a lot of weather guys that are out chasing this stuff. I've always felt that we do better in studio to show you on radar. I think I do a better job here than I would be in a car chasing it. And that's my theories on that of trying to help the most that we can. Look at this as this is developing, y'all. Now, here's Meridian sitting here to our due southwest as we look at this. Multiple tornado warnings now that are firing off around Bogalusa here in Louisiana, north of Picayune, right at the Bogalusa line right there. Here's Poplarville. I do expect this stuff to move into Mississippi. We got a lot popping up around Columbia, Hattiesburg. They have not again made it to our area in East Mississippi, but we expect it to get here eventually. So watch this weather. And as we look at the big picture here, you can see we got a little storm out here in Lufkin, Texas, but once this makes its big pass, it's going to get better. We do expect some light showers all the way through about 4 a.m., and it'll kind of just peter down. This is running a little bit quicker than we expected. Earlier today, I had several people ask me about when I thought this would hit, and at that point in time, we were looking at 10 a.m. This is a little ahead of schedule, but we do have some strong storms now, and this could be pushing that 10 o'clock area as we were watching it, right at it. Our window that we're watching, I think, will have the more serious stuff between now and midnight, and then still thunderstorms after midnight to 2-ish, and then it fades away to give you a timeline in your head. So we're still hoping that it'll hold these lines there, and this bad stuff like we're getting right here will wander away. Hopefully by midnight is what we're looking at. As always, if you're needing anything to do some chopping up, you get limbs down in your yard, don't forget to visit Wilson Saw. They got just about anything that you would need to cut up a tree, handle it, blowers, leaf blowers, they handle it all there for you. You can get yours running if you've got an issue there. Wilson Saw here in Meridian, they'll help you out there. Let's get back into this. All right, let me find. I gotta flip some switches to get over to Mississippi Power. A couple of more buttons and I'll have it. Okay, let's take a look here as we get into Southern Pine, and we got a lot of people without power here as well as we pull this up. All right, here's Meridian. As we get into Neshoba County, we're going to have about 30 people. This is Highway 491. About 27 people right there without power. That's close to County Road 4300, as you'll look at that. Here's Highway 19 as we look at this. And, of course, this is going to be House, Mississippi, and all of that would run over here to Highway 491. It runs back into that. We got roughly 16 people following right along here on County Road 703 without power. Those areas there in Neshoba County. On the western side, as you get over here near Neshoba County, as you get into the rural route, we'll get over here. We got about 12 people here. Yeah, that messed up on me, didn't it? County Road 339 and 343, about 12 there. About 3 people below that as well without power. As you get into this, as we get over into Scott County, about 100 people right here northeast of there at the Wolf community without power there in Scott County. As we glance at that Kosciuszko area, about 17 without power. Now let's go take a look here at what we've got going on with Mississippi Power. A few without power in this area. This is going to be on State Boulevard. We have about 255 people without power there at State Boulevard. Most likely a tree has hit that. As we come across here and take a look, we have about 43 there up by Skate Odyssey. They're just off of North Hill Street. Back in on here on 39th Avenue, we got a few folks there without power. Right along North Hills and 35th Avenue, a few folks without power right there. That's the big one right there, about 155 in that area. A few out here by Bonita Lakes Park. Those areas right along in there is what we're doing without power. Stonewall area, we got roughly 6 customers there on Mississippi Power without power as well. As you get in here to the Prentice area, this is where this tornado warning was issued there, and we're showing that we've got about 400 customers without power. Now, this could be due to wind and the path of what was going on. Most likely trees down in that area there in between Carson and Bassfield there, about 400 people without power as those storms come across there. Let's go back to radar now and make sure we're up to date with the very latest. Nothing new that has been issued by the National Weather Service as we follow radar here. Let me make sure we don't have any new updates on anything. Okay, we have a tree down, and this is one of those curvy places we need you to pay attention to. We just got word that a tree is down at Pine Springs Road and Windsor Road, right there in that bad curve. I call it Kudzu Hill is what we've got there. Again, if you're traveling Pine Springs Road, Windsor Road, we got a tree down there across the road. Be careful. The thunder, I'm feeling that it just shook my counter, my desk. It just shook that pretty strong there. No power on Bounds Road. Cindy, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are okay there. Tell Mike I said hello. Let's see here. What else we've got up through here? I want to make sure we get all of this. Kemper County, at this point in time, eastern Kemper is getting wet up to about Porterville. Nothing major going on, no threats. It is one of the counties that is under a tornado watch through 2 a.m. You've got Kemper, Lauderdale. We've got Newton County, and then all counties due south of here on this eastern side of the state, taking in Mobile, Demopolis, and all of this. And let me just show you without radar, because you get with this. Let me turn radar off a second here. All of this yellow is tornado watch area. Here's Kemper County, Lauderdale County. That's going to be Newton, Jasper. And as we follow this due south, stretching over to Selma, Saraland, Mobile, Biloxi, and then a good portion down to Houma, Louisiana. All of that Slidell, Macomb, Mississippi is in this. Anything that is red blinking on radar that you see on my radar is a tornado warning. And as you can see, this is a northeasterly track. This could easily move into Clark County. It could move into Wayne County. We'll watch it carefully and then make its way toward Alabama as we follow along with that. All right, let's turn radar back on. Now, as I said this earlier this morning, let's look at the severe weather storm tracks, and this is today, and I'll show you this. This is they've done an update on this, and as you can see, they took out the northern portion of the state on this. There's outlook day 1. Right through here is over to Columbus, Gadsden, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Dothan, Alabama, back over to Lafayette. Now, let's look at the potential of tornadic activity tonight. And let's look at this of what they're showing here. And it does go all the way up to Scuba. This would go into the outskirts of Philadelphia, on the outskirts there, right before you make it into town. This would take in all of Newton County over to Forest, Meridian, York, Livingston, Utah, Alabama. Y'all under the threat of tornadic activity until this goes away. The brown area, again, if you're just tuning in, is the possibility, the strongest potential for tornadic activity within this window of severe weather tonight. And again, we have a tornado watch out until 2 a.m. And this is the heart of it here. Lauderdale County's in it, Clark County, Wayne County, all of this. Our friends in Jones County, the Hattiesburg area right now, feeling that with their warnings there. We've got what we got here. I'm not sure that this was part of that earlier. Let me get into that. This tornado warning remains in effect for southeastern Meridian County, and that's going to hold for a little bit later until 9:45 there for Meridian County, Mississippi, as we look at all of this. But if you live in this area and you're watching me, take this serious. This is you don't get second chances with weather. It's better to be living on the edge of this, being ahead of the storms, is what I'm saying on this. Take weather serious. It can be very dangerous. Never want to panic anybody. We'll let you know when it gets near your home so you can take your shelter. Make sure you've got batteries and things of that nature in case your power goes out. As you'll see, this is starting to lighten up in Lauderdale County now. Not near what we had just a little bit ago. The thunderstorm activity is calming down. We are showing we've got the worst of this down here in southern Lauderdale County. Not a lot happening in Clark County, but we do see here east of Shibuda. This is going to put us out here near Horn, Mississippi, out near Shiloh. Y'all are getting some serious stuff. The worst of what we got still lies here: Taylorsville, Mize, Raleigh, Collins, Mississippi, northwest of Summerall, making its way northeasterly across our state, which could affect us in a little bit in these counties on the eastern side. Pennington, Lisbon, Butler, y'all have your eyes open as well with this storm as it comes across. Now let's look at what we've got with winds. Let's check first with hail. What do we got going on here? We are picking up a little bit of hail here. This is Heidelberg. This is going to be right along, what is this? County Road 21, County Road 10, those areas right there does have a little bit of that. Now, as we get back over here to Brookhaven, they've had some serious, a lot of hail come down. Now, let's switch over and take a look at what we've got when it comes to wind, damaging wind. Now, this damaging wind is this darker green, as you'll see here. We do have some in Lauderdale County. Southern has more. Clark County, and you look at this eastern side of Clark County over here east of Shibuda. A lot of wind coming down there. As we get over near Taylorsville, Raleigh, look at that. That's where we have a lot of wind as well with that storm there. Now, this is going to be affecting Bay Springs with about 26 minutes. If you live in Bay Springs, y'all kind of get ready the next 30 minutes. You also will have some storm activity moving toward you. As we look at this up toward Utah, Alabama, up to Tuscaloosa to Birmingham, a lot of wind involved with the storm as it goes through there as well. Now, let's turn that off. Damaging wind path. Let's just take a look at that. As you'll see, that damaging wind path is not as bad. We do have a little bit coming across Kemper County there, more so in Kemper County than we did in Lauderdale County, as we'll see those areas there. We have a lot of wind, but the damaging wind is not as strong as it could be there as we look at this on the storm system there. Let me see if we've gotten any storm reports tonight so far of any damage anywhere. Let's get back over here. Nothing in Lauderdale County. And again, we do have a tree down as we get on Pine Springs Road. We want you to know about that. Near Windsor Road, the big curve there. Okay, they got the roadway is cleared up there. On Pine Springs, that is cleared now. All fine there. Double check, still getting the radar texting us, letting us know about tornado watches. We know about that. Let's see. Up by, I just got a text. It said that up by the Kentucky Fried Chicken there in Noxubee County, lightning is clear from that area if you live around in there. That's good too. All right. The western side of Lauderdale County not getting the pounding that south and eastern Lauderdale County is getting right now. Again, here's our track moving northeasterly, tornadoes to the southwest of the Meridian area, Jones County at this point. Not near us just yet. We're watching this carefully. These will run for another 30 minutes. These are until 9:45 tonight. A watch, and again, means conditions are favorable. We'll hang around till about 2 a.m. this morning is what we're looking at. Let's go back and look and see how our okay, we got a little bit more without power here as we go. If you're watching us there, and this is, and let me just show you, you're looking at this right here. Let's look at it on radar right there. This is what, see this heavy rain right here? Right there. There's a lightning strike that happened in that area as we go here to take a look. And that's where we are when we look at the map from EMEPA of those without power. And again, as we zoom in on this, take a look and look at some of these roads. 165 there, Causeyville Road. Sitting in the dark. And we do appreciate y'all trusting us as we look at this. Here's Highway 19. All of this area right there. Sand Flat Road out by the Dollar General, right there. There's the Dollar General that sits about right there. As you get back in here, you're going to be without power down through there. I'm unsure about the Dollar General, if it's got power or not. It could be affected by it. We're just not 100% sure on that. As we go further south down this area here around Stinson area, look at this. We got about 50 right along in here without power. Mount Horeb Road. Now, Greg's Place is going to sit right here. This is going to be due east of Greg's Place where you get out toward Zero Road as you go down past Greg's on Mount Horeb Road without power. So if you live back in that area, there's about 48 people as it runs. Right there is going to be Zero Road. It makes it almost all the way to Zero Road. You're without power. Maybe a mile into Mount Horeb Road there. Look at that right there without power. As we look at Clark County, we're up to about 26 people in the Stonewall area without power. We got about 4 just to the northwest of Enterprise without power, and roughly about 30 people right here as we look at this. It jumped on me, didn't it, as I zoomed in on that. That's County Road 149 and County Road 148 in Clark County there as we glance there. As we get to Scuba, that's still that one person without power. Let's go back over and take a look here as we get in here. Refresh this from Mississippi Power. Not many changes with Mississippi Power as we glance at this. Still this big one here at State Boulevard without power. And we've got about 56 people without power right along in here. Bonita Drive in that area there without power. And then right here, we've got around 60 customers. And again, this is Mississippi Power. This is going to be 53rd Overbrook Circle, 16th Avenue. This is as you're coming down the hill. Here's North Hills Shopping Center right in here. Or Broadmoor Shopping Center, I guess is what you would call that. As you come down the hill there, 16th Avenue, right back in there without power, about 50 of you in that area, in the Lauderdale County area. And then another big one out here at Bonita, and the biggest right here at State Boulevard without power on Mississippi Power. Now, as you'll see here, that rain starting to die down a little bit in Lauderdale County, that eastern side, getting close to Why Not Motor Sports Park in that area there. Heavy rain moving into the racetrack area. As we look at Kemper County, Philadelphia, we got light rain right now, light rain in Neshoba County. Louisville, you got a little bit of rain there, Highway 25, as we see there. And then Carrollton, Alabama, getting some wet stuff. And then as we look here, all right, let's look here at Taylorsville. We've got a storm that is going to be affecting Bay Springs within about 15 minutes. And then Lewin will have another storm reaching it within about 22 minutes. Let's check here. Okay, we have a tree down on Mount Horeb Road and Zero Road. That's what's causing that power outage. I just got a text at Dwayne. Appreciate that. That's going to be out again, Zero Road area, Mount Horeb, where we were looking at that power outage down by Greg's there off of the Clarkdale community. We do have a tree down in that area causing that. That's the latest update we've got. No more. I was just double checking here. As we look at information that comes in 2 storms, look at that back to back there. Look at this lightning we've got down in Smith County. Lightning in the area of Shiloh Baptist Church area there in Winston County. I'm checking to make sure we hadn't gotten anything new. Again, I apologize for the pauses. It in here. Checking inboxes of what we've gotten in. No new information there. Let's see. I do have a picture. We'll get this up here in just a second of the accident that is down by. Let me get this up here. This is going to be that Queen City 65th Avenue accident that we have. North Frontage Road here. Let me get this up and we'll. All right, that's going to be good enough for now. Well, and I'll add some more information to this in just a second, but I wanted to show you that of what we've got. Let's come back over here and refresh this, and we'll get some more stuff up in a second, and I'll get typing. I apparently can't talk and type at the same time. Here's what we've got here. This is that accident that we've got here, this bigger truck that is wrecked here. This is right in front as you're going up the bridge there in front of Queen City truck stop. Here's where you pull into park. There's where the accident is. Again, that's North Frontage Road in Meridian and 65th Avenue. Again, multiple wrecks have been happening. It's just slick outside right now. East Quitman has lost power. Internet off, Tommy says there. Taylorsville is southwest where Meridian sits here. Taylorsville is to the southwest of us. Let me show you here on the map. There's Meridian sitting here. Taylorsville is right there. As the crow flies, that's not far from Meridian. As we look at that, right through there. All right, let's see what else we're getting here. We'll watch radar in the background there. Nothing new there. Let's make sure. All right, that's all we've got. Updates on incidents, trees down. That's where we are on that Mount Horeb Road, Ridgetop. Yep, that's right down there. As we found out, there's a tree on that power line that fell across the road there. Let's see here. Glancing here, thunder through the floor and tomb soup. As I said, I know exactly what you mean there, Lee. It rattled my desk just a moment ago as it come through there. Now again, all right, let's pay attention to this. Let me grab the attention of the folks that live in this area here. Let me drag this over here and so we can see this. Now here's Meridian. Let's zoom in on this. This is coming out of Jones County and would be right at the Jasper County line. This is going to be. Let me close that. Right there is what I'm concerned about. We got some shear winds coming with this. 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. It didn't want to act right on that. And again, let's look at where this is. Here's Highway 533. Again, this is going to be Jones coming into Jasper County. Here's Highway 15 just west of there. Spring Hill Road. Now, why do I bring this up? Let me look at this road here. That looks to be E. Brushy Road, if I'm reading that correctly. E. Brushy Road right there. And again, here's the county line. Here's Jasper County. Here is every time that we have this, there is some form, whether it's trees, whether it's a power line that gets struck. That's a lot of wind coming down. That's an indicator of where this storm is. Now, we have a tornado warning for this area. If you live in this area to the northeast of Soso, this area here, anywhere around 533 east of there over to Highway 15, you need to be in your safe space now. Move quickly, get to where you need to be. As you'll see, this storm is moving across there, and it's getting closer and closer there. Pleasant Home Road, right through there. You need to be in your safe space immediately. This is right at the Jasper County line. If you live in Jasper County, where it meets Jones County, you need to be in your safe space. Tornado warning there, and that's until 9:45, but we're just now picking up these serious winds northeast of Soso. 58 miles an hour, right at 60. With that can do a lot of damage to trees, and if you've got especially as I know this sounds like a broken record every time I do weather, but if you've got a tree that overhangs your home, don't stay in that room. Y'all would not believe what we see nationwide, not just our area, of people that lose their lives to trees that overhang their homes. It falls through, and it's just like a wrecking ball coming through your home. It can harm you, so we want you to be as safe as you can be in that area. We're watching those very closely. Rain is starting to ease out of Lauderdale County. I'm going to stay with this a little bit longer here. We got 15 minutes remaining on this, and I want to see if they're going to extend this. And if I were a guessing man at this point, it's a strong chance that they will leave this in effect and on into Lauderdale, into Jasper County here in the next little bit. I was checking for more updates. All right, what did we just get here? All right, we do have damage, and I'm going to get this up here. If we let me check and see if somebody's already loaded this on the page or not. Yeah, this is going to be Macomb, Mississippi. Big thanks to Dylan Dean sending this in. We've got damage here, and this is Macomb, where we've been watching this tonight. Let me zoom in on this where you can see that. Trees down in the yard there. So keep this in mind with what you're doing. These storms can bring down trees in a second as we look at this. All right, let me close that and make sure we hadn't got anything else. I'm going to pin this to the top where it's easier to find the weather. I'm going to pin this to the top so that you can see this when you come, and then the weather will be the weather update and pictures that we will put right under that, where it's a little bit easier to see on the page there for you to view it there. All right, let's go back to radar of what we've got here. Here's what we got, the leading edge of this. And now pay attention as we look at this. Waldrop, this storm will be there in 17 minutes. It will reach Valsburg in 25 minutes. And be in the Paulding area in about 25. Blue Ridge, you've got the storm at about 9 minutes as we look at this as it comes across. Now, there's no warning issued for this, but I would pay very serious attention to this. Now, as we look at this, this is a 50, 1 out of 10. This is a 4.5. The intensity of that is picking up as we look at that. Now, let's look at this right here. I have to zoom in since that acts ugly on me there. 1 mile wide, and it slowly moving, as you'll see there. All right, let's do a refresh. And again, we have not extended this past of where we are. This is until 9:45. The west side of Collins is clear now as this gets more defined. We are seeing this area down here around Summerall. That's breaking up. That's not near as strong as it was a little bit earlier. Still a warned area there. Let me fix this and turn this back on. This is until 9:45, and again, that's 16 minutes remaining on all of these. And we're gonna ride these out to see what happens from the National Weather Service as what we're doing. And again, we're looking a lot better in Lauderdale County as we'll see this making its way out of the county. Let's show some locations here. As we look here. No, we've just had heavy rain here. The worst of the weather's to the southwest of Lauderdale County. As we look at this, we're showing heavy rain here, picking up there at Tom Bailey Lake, all the way into Alabama there past Cuba, those areas there just south there. Still heavy rains over Dalewood if you live in that area. The west side of the county is looking better there. Daleville still got a little bit of rain. But as we'll look here around Mount Horeb Road, it's starting to break. There's where Greg sits right there. As we move over here, a little bit of a shower still remaining there at the Long Creek Ball Field. That's going to be right there at the Volunteer Fire Station. Here is the church. Evangel Temple is what I mean by that, and we got showers to the east of that on Highway 45 all the way up to the Ag Center. This is Bonita Lakes here. We got showers around there. Out at Southeast, we've got showers there at the high school, taking in the Boy Scouts all the way out to Ricky Bobby's. Rain right up to the racetrack there. And a few showers here as you get into Clark County with that. And this is going to go out past the Wright Simmons store and then again into Alabama. As you'll see, that west side of the county looks better. Over in Newton County, looking good. We've got a few showers on 15 just south of town, south of Newton there, going up to Garlandville there at the Country Corner. We got some showers. Now, Montrose is starting to see some heavier rain now in Jasper County. As we'll see here at Bay Springs, it's raining pretty hard at the hospital there. Lots of lightning in that area. Now, y'all remember when your mama told you never take a shower when it's lightning outside? That's probably still true. Not a good time to be in the shower at this point. As we look at this Southeast area, Kinsey, we're talking about that. Some heavy rain there. Nothing bad, but we do have some heavy rain comings down there. Bounds Road right now. Nothing going on Bounds Road right now. So we're looking better on that. As you'll get into right there is going to be Bounds Road. So we're right through there. We're looking good. Druid Hills, all that area. Here's Highway 19, looking good there. Again, the tornadic activity is to the south of us, and this gets really defined there. They've just shrunk this. This is taken in Sandersville now, the Laurel area, Ellisville, and down to the end of the county. That's going to be Union area here in Jones County. A little bit north of Purvis, and then we've got one here south of... all right, that one has been canceled. That was just canceled. So at this point, we have 2 tornado warnings remaining in Mississippi until 9:45. That's going to be for Lamar and Jones County is what we've got. Strong thunderstorms. And again, this is going to affect the Heidelberg area in about 21 minutes. You're going to get a storm through there. Be careful. Now, again, Heidelberg at this point is not under a tornado warning, but it is heavy, strong thunderstorms that are headed in that direction. So be on the lookout on that. As we look at this, if you live anywhere along in this area, Laurel, Sandersville, get to your safe space, have it ready. I was looking here. All right, we're getting a word there that Amanda's telling us no power in the Druid Hills area. That's not good at all there. All right, let's back out and look at this. Let me close this, and we're going to look back at some power. And again, here's Lauderdale County looking good. That rain is moving out still to our west. Jackson, Vicksburg getting flooded up through Kosciuszko, Grenada. But as you can tell, that is not near what we've got going on in these areas here. Now, this storm looks like it's going to push on out, hopefully a little bit earlier than we were thinking to begin with. Let's keep all of our fingers crossed. Mother Nature will sometimes surprise you, as we always know. Now, let's go here and let's look at our power, and we'll move along. Let's refresh here and start with EMEPA, and then we'll move to Mississippi Power after that. A total of 733 people on EMEPA without power right now. As we look at this, a big one there in Clark County now. As we look at Kemper County, we've got one person in Scuba area without power. As we look at this at the county line, again out here by NAS Meridian, about 50 people without power right there at the county line. We've got 34 people up near Daleville. This would be just to the east of Daleville as we look at this. And let me get a road here to make sure I'm absolutely right of where we are. The Charlie Johnson Road without power, about 34 of you. Here's Daleville, just east of you. As we come down, we got about 84 people now right out here near Kewanee without power. That may affect the Kewanee One Stop and Hamburger State. That could be a national problem. Man, those are good. Y'all know that as well as I do. As we come across, we are showing some more power outages here. We got about 5 people right in this area. Here's Highway 45. And as I zoom in on this is Murphy Road. Still those 5 folks without power. As we go down, this is going to be all this area, Causeyville, without power. 165 there. 2 people here a little bit closer to the Vinville area. As we get into the Mount Horeb Road, again, that tree down has caused this 50 people to be without power there. Then we've got hit and miss pieces out here. 6 people. This is all going to be, here's right along where the racetrack is here at Wynot. That is going to be, let's look at what road that is, if I can get a road name on that. I may not can. Old Highway 19 southeast, and that's Ponds Road. 1 person right there. Ball field right up in there. 6 people scattered. We're going to have about 10 people in that eastern side out by the racetrack without power. As we get into Clark County, about 275 people here without power south of Quitman. This is the DeSoto area all the way over to Sales Prairie without power. About 275 of you suffering through that right now. Again, Stonewall area, about 26. We've got about 30 people here. Here's Middleton, here's Union, about 30 people right there as we move up. And then that gets you back into Lauderdale County and those areas there. But those are the big ones there. Now let's look at Mississippi Power of what we got. Let's refresh that as we were learning that we had some power outages there over on Bounds Road. State Boulevard still without power there. As we look at that, about 155 people without power. Several right up here around Highway 19. Here's King Road. We got some power outages. We've got it up here around 50th Street, also around Skate Odyssey there. That'd be right in front of the church, right in front of Northcrest. We've got some power outages. State Boulevard, another one there. 1 person without power. Watching to try to stay on top of all of this. Bonita still without power in that area. And then you get into the Stonewall area without power there. Nothing else checking. Let's go back to radar real quick here. Okay, they've issued a new tornado warning here within this in Jones County. That's what that was. Right there. This is going to be until 10:45. This thing is moving east. This is going to be for Forest County, eastern Jones County until 10:45. 9:37, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located a line from Sandersville to near Hattiesburg, moving at 30 miles an hour. Can produce flying debris, and this is a radar-indicated rotation. It will be near Hattiesburg, Petal, Mill Creek area by 9:45. That's within 6 minutes of that area there is where this tornado warning has been issued for. Okay, Wayne County has just now went under a severe thunderstorm warning. As we'll look at this just fired off. Northern Perry, Wayne County, and Greene County now have a severe thunderstorm warning until 10:45. At 9:38, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a line extending from Heidelberg to 5 miles south of Hattiesburg, moving east at 45 miles. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Wind gust of about 70 miles an hour included with this. Now, again, the difference between a tornado warning and a thunderstorm warning, strong thunderstorms, you can have wind, tornado could be on the ground. But we do still have damage from thunderstorms. I don't want you to underestimate this because it can blow down trees and cause damage to your home and even death. It's why we are always concerned about those. Now, this storm is as you'll say, is tracking due east here. It is not as strong as it was earlier, but not enough to cancel these tornado warnings for Jones County. They're holding on to that and issued a new one inside of that to extend it a little bit longer within that county. Now, Jasper County, again, has not fired off a tornado warning. We do have strong storms, thunderstorms that will be affecting the Pachuta area within 17 minutes. All of our friends in Quitman will be affected by a thunderstorm within 24 minutes, and then on through Stonewall about the same amount of time, and then finally making it to Enterprise within about 25 minutes. That's the path of this right there. Hopefully this will dwindle down to it's hardly anything by the time it reaches there. Something to watch here. Wayne County, stay on your tiptoes as we follow this. Right now, there is no threat to Lauderdale County. We don't have any threats for Newton, Neshoba. All those areas are looking good, even up into Winston County. These areas here all looks good there. This is the concern that we're watching here to the southwest of Meridian, as we'll see Laurel area. And it is a coming a thunderstorm through there as you look at this. Here's Jones Junior College right there, right at Highway 590, sitting right there. And that line is right there at the college. As you'll look at it, right through there is where that tornado warning has been issued. Cuts across all the way to the county line. Again, looking good for Lauderdale County as those storms move across. Let's put this into motion. That's how these storms are moving tonight. And that's that storm that moved through just a little bit earlier. Let me check another. Hang on here. Power outages are the same. The threat as they move that down. As we look at Mississippi right now, we have about 40,000 people in the entire state of Mississippi without power right now. I'm looking something up here. Hang on just a second. Thought I had something pulled up. And again, we're going, looking at my timeline, and we're right. This stuff, as I look at this, and we're going to have from between 10:30 to about 11 to 12, from say 10:30 to roughly 1 a.m. is going to be pretty strong thunderstorms. The heavy stuff in between 10:30 and 11 o'clock. We got about an hour there from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock that's going to be pretty rough there. It will start to calm down a little bit, and we'll see strong thunderstorms, still heavy rain. And then by 1 o'clock, this stuff's going to start fading down, and by 2 o'clock, it's going to be completely out of the area. That's the good news for all of us there. Let's see here what I can come up with here. What's building to the south of us will eventually make it into Jasper County is going to be getting some of this stuff a little after 10 o'clock. By the time 11 o'clock, 10:30, as I mentioned just a moment ago, 10:30, we're going to see some more strong thunderstorms move into Lauderdale County and move across. And by roughly 11:20, it will be just about out of the county. 11:15, we'll see that move back through across the county over Wyandotte area. It'll move out. But between 10:30, we're gonna kind of watch this. 10:15, 10:30, we'll start to see some more heavy, strong thunderstorms in about an hour. Move through the county and be out of the area by 11:30. Let's give it that much in case it slows down a little bit. Is what we'll see there. And then it moves into Livingston and on forth into Alabama is what we'll see there. Waynesboro going to see heavy rain through midnight. And eventually somewhere around 1:15, 1:20, we'll see that move out of Wayne County as well. And then we're good by 2 a.m. in our area. But for all of us here in this area there, 10 o'clock, this is coming up on this, we're going to start seeing some showers move into Jasper County across it. 10:30 southwest corner of Lauderdale County. Y'all be ready. You're going to get some heavy stuff getting ready to move into that area. Let me show this right here. Right along in here, let me pause this where you can see this. Right along here, as we zoom in this area right around here, around 10:30, the chunky area right through here. 10:15, 10:30, we'll see it. By 11 o'clock, it rolls right over the top of Meridian. And by 11:15, 11:20, it will reach the state line moving across. This is what we're seeing right here, this heavy rain here. This is what's going to roll through Meridian in the next little bit, through Clark County, all of this pushing through there as this narrows down. Now, they did cancel this other tornado warning that was on the west side that we have here until 10:45, Jones County. Tornado warning. Let me show you that. 10:45 for that. This is going to affect the Wayne County area, and these showers do move into Clark County. You're going to be getting just as wet as we are in Lauderdale County in the next little bit. This whole system moving to the northeast across here in this region here. Butler, Alabama, you're getting rained on hard and heavy right now. No warnings for y'all other than that tornado watch, and that's still until 2 a.m. We do have Wayne County under a thunderstorm warning. And if I am not mistaken, that's going to go until 10:45 also. They follow hand in hand, that tornado warning that we've got in Jones and the severe thunderstorm warning. And as you see, we have thunderstorm activity making its way toward Clark County. Heidelberg, the storm will be there in about 9 minutes. Valsburg, 14. Reaching Barnett and Nancy in 20 to 22 minutes, and then Hale and Elwood within a half an hour there, as you'll see there, right out to the west of Quitman. Right along there. That's that 30-minute line right there as it comes out of there. Heidelberg, you're right in line for the storm to come through you. Now, again, it's a thunderstorm. Just to the south of you is a tornado warning. We watch them both very carefully. It's Mother Nature. Mother Nature doesn't know that it shouldn't cross that line. All right, let's check, make sure we haven't got any new updates. That was just reminding me Clark County is under a tornado watch until 2 a.m. No big changes there. Now, again, if you're watching from Lauderdale County going, well, there's nothing happening right now, it will happen. We're going to get some more rain in just a little bit. But as you look back over here west of us, y'all notice that stuff really hadn't moved any? For the last, 30, 45 minutes we've been talking, and it's been pouring in that area, just a slow, down, hard rain in that area. So it's floating in that area. Still tornado warnings. We're gonna ride this out to see what happens here. We are seeing some showers moving into Newton County now. Highway 15 area, you're getting some heavy stuff there as we look at these locations up to the high school, Myers Processing. Here's Walmart here, down 15 over to Garlandville. Nothing happening in the Chunky Hickory area as we speak right now. Rain picking back up there around Stonewall, as you'll see, up to the Dollar General, up to Enterprise High School. We got showers. Even over to Clarko, we're getting some heavier rain there now. Lisbon, Butler, lots of rain there across there from light showers at Gilberttown. But the further north you go there on 17, you're going to get into some heavy rain there as you enter Butler. Jay, if you'll watch this, is this storm coming from Heidelberg. It crosses those railroad tracks about right there at Highway 18 there around where Jay's Taxidermy is in Clark County is what we'll expect. That's going to come through there in about 45 minutes, Jay, if y'all are watching that. Trying to do some late night deer heads, that's what that's going to do there. Now, you were asking about Pachutas, right on the outskirts of you. Rose Hill, sitting here. We got showers that are coming into Rose Hill right now. Then you get into the Pachuta area. It's on the outskirts there, almost getting ready to flood down right around the post office. Heavier rain out to your west, back over to Montrose as we get into these areas here. And then even here at the courthouse as you get into Paulding. All right. Okay, we got a new tornado warning, and we've got, Wayne County now under a tornado warning until 10:30. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for northern Wayne County until 10:30. At 9:48, that just happened. Thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Mill Creek, 13 miles east of Laurel, moving east at 45 miles an hour. If you live in this area, get to a safe space now. Yeah, as you can see here, the Jones County, right here in this eastern side of the county, still under a tornado warning. It's just a little bitty area here. Wayne County, let's look at this, where this cuts across where the city is. Right there is going to be Wayne Academy. This right through the front yard of Wayne Academy is where this cuts across, right there at 84 across 45, and then goes east to the county line up to the Clark County line. Now, if you live in Shibuya, you're right there at the line of where this tornado warning is. Have your eyes peeled and be ready for anything that is going on in those areas there. And this, again, until 10:30. This is until 10:45, so we probably expect this to expire first. USM, that area is still under a tornado warning. Heidelberg, it is pouring rain on you. Now, and let me say this, as this tornado warning has just been issued for Wayne County, the activity has not gotten into the county yet. This is coming in from your west here. See this? This is coming toward you. It will get there. Okay, I wanted to share this. I just got this from the, and as we watch the weather, and I've got this in my eyeball, but I wanted to talk about this. So this is also serious as we look at this. Now here's the overview. Let me show y'all the overview, and then we're going to get to the press release we just got. As we pull this up, this is our radar. Here's Meridian. Strong thunderstorms occurring here in Jasper County, starting to show some in Newton County. Moving into Clark County, a tornado warning has just been issued for Wayne County, moving out of Jones County, all this moving to the northeast. Not a lot of activity in Wayne County just yet, but it is approaching from the west there. Now, as we do this, I wanted to focus on this just a second. As I told you when we were live on the scene in Meridian just a little bit ago, we had an incident where there was a shooting. And again, when we first got it, and it's a serious shooting, we at first thought we had someone that was already deceased. They were taken to a hospital. We just got a release from the Meridian Police Department. Let me read this to you because it's important. We'll get this posted as quickly as we can to the page as well. From the Meridian Police Department is investigating an incident that occurred this evening at approximately 7:15. A 911 call was received regarding a motor vehicle accident in the area. There at 18th Street between 30th and 31st Avenue. Officers responded immediately to the scene upon arrival. Officers worked quickly to ensure the victim received medical attention and was transported to a local hospital. It was later determined that the individual had suffered a gunshot wound. That's after they got there. The victim was airlifted to a hospital in Jackson for further treatment. This remains an active and ongoing investigation by the Meridian Police Department. They're investigating it. It's in the early stages, limited details of what they're telling right now. Meridian Police Department is working to gather information and ensure the safety of residents, and additional details will be released when it becomes available. Now again, as we were there in that area, we were thinking at the beginning of it that it was worse than it was. It is very, very bad. A person driving a car was struck with gunfire. They wrecked. We don't know exactly where the gunfire happened. We did have reports of gunfire in that area, several rounds being fired, and then that accident happened. And as they come up on it, the Meridian Police Department discovered that a person was struck. They were working. He has been flown to a hospital. That's all that they're releasing at this point in time. We certainly hope that this person pulls through to this. We do. Very serious wound. We do hope that everything works out with that. And again, as I said, when we first got there, we had thought the worst of it. It looked as though that, and thank heavens that they were treated, and we hope for the best recovery on this. And that's the release, and we'll get that up on the page here in just a second as we follow these breaking news stories of the night. And again, we do think that we've got I-20 cleared back up. That was a wreck there on mile marker 124 eastbound is what we had earlier. Now, with that being said, we had a wreck also in front of Queen City Truck Stop. That's going to take a little bit longer for the Meridian Police Department to get that cleared. It was a bigger truck, and as soon as that is cleared, they have to bring in a big wrecker to get that cleared up. Not as many people travel North Frontage Road there as you would be the interstate, so we're following that. All right, let's get this up, and again, I'll get all this stuff kind of cleaned up here in a little bit, and we'll get a picture added with this here in a moment. But I wanted to make this legible real quick to get that up so we can get the latest out. Welcome to live stuff. This is how it's done, and my apologies for the pauses, but I just truly don't know any other way to do it than this way. Okay, we'll get a picture added with this story, but we're putting up the press release that we just got from the City of Meridian just then. That's on the page now. You can go back and read that. All right, as we look back at weather, let's look at what we've got going on as we pull radar back. Now, again, we're starting to see some breakup. Look at this. This is looking better as we see the showers moving into the Pachuta area. Good news. Now, if you live in Shibuda, although you do not have a warning, I want you to get to your safe space too, because this is going to cut across here as you see the storm coming across here. This is going to reach Shibuda in about 20 minutes. It will be in the Hawaii area in about 20, and then to Lanesdale in about 29. And that's that area right there as this comes across. Now, as you'll see, this fan comes across there, and that's Lanesdale. That's in Clark County. And again, this is Wayne County. The tornado warning lies below that. But as the storm cuts across, again, it does not know these lines. And if you live right here on this Wayne County line in Clark County, pay special attention to what's going on. We have 32 minutes remaining on this tornado warning for that area. All right, let's see, make sure we didn't get anything new. Just double checking here. As we look at Alabama, our friends in Lisbon, Butler, Alabama, y'all are getting pouring rain. Oh, That's funny. Bob said in the South, we don't push buttons, we make them. We mash them. You're absolutely right. We're trying to get that as quickly as we could there. Hey, Jeannie Whaley, how are you tonight? Lots of thunder and lightning in Lake Mississippi, and that's going to be right over in this area here. Morton Forest, you've got showers back over there. This is the bad stuff that we've got right now. Severe thunderstorm warnings, Richton, Mississippi, as you'll see there. Let me pull this up. We can see until 10:45 as we get right along in here. Let's just see where that's going to be. Carson City is under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. New Augusta, this is these storms moving out of Hattiesburg. Again, this storm right there is what prompted this tornado warning to be issued until 10:30 for Wayne County. We do not have one for Clark County, and we don't have one for Jasper County. The rain is starting to break up a little bit there across. As you look at Lake Edens, it's looking better there. Heidelberg's still heavy. And again, that's all moving to the Shabuda, DeSoto area south of Quitman at this point. If you're driving into work tonight in Pennington, you're going to get into some heavy rain there as you go over toward Pennington. Heavier rain in between Newton and Hickory now. Chunky, all will be next. And again, this stuff will make its way into Lauderdale County in the next little bit. Pushing out of the county by 11:15, 11:20 is what we're expecting there. Now, after this dies down, we may not see any more warnings tonight. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that. Let's see what else we've got. Lindsay says there is some type of injury in Lawrence County. It could be the worst. Let's see here if I got this turned on. Yeah, I haven't gotten any more storm reports. Let's see what this is. We had some thunderstorm damage. Outflow boundary moved through and south of the Florence area. A couple of trees down. That's in Rankin County. We've got... we had gusts ranged between 40 to 46 mile an hour winds there in Rankin County that downed some trees also north of Jackson there. All right, let's get into this of what we've got. This is the backside of the storm. Now, this would be right when it come across. Let's see. Had some wind there at Hattiesburg Airport, Laurel. 51 mile an hour winds in that area there. Trees down around Highway 589 in Lamar County. We do see that. And we don't have any damage down in here. Power line down on Purvis, Ola Road. All right, as we look at this, let's look back at this storm here. It will be near DeSoto. We mentioned it a minute ago in about 27 minutes. We are showing some showers moving there across Highway 45 in Lauderdale County. Right in that area there. Stronger stuff still back here. Heavy rain over at the Veterans Cemetery, over to the Red Goat in that area around Rose Mobile Homes, even down at the Dollar General here in Hickory. We got some pretty good showers there. West of that, back near Lawrence, is looking good. Just major thunderstorms down here south of Pachuta, south of Lake Edens. If you're here at the church, you live in that area near Harmony Baptist there on Highway 18, heavy rain there toward you there. And as you'll see, Manassas and these areas across through here, through Carmichael, should be expecting these rain showers making its way toward you. Right here on this west side, let's look at this where the storm is. This is Wayne County. If you're in Wayne County watching me, this is where you need to be in your safe space immediately. If you live Sandersville Road, Utica, Sandersville Road, Utica Methodist Church, you live in that area, you need to be in your safe space now. As we go further south and we follow Utica Road at the intersection here of Jim Brown-Lee Road, you need to be in your safe space. That's the worst of the weather that we've got right now in Wayne County down to Highway 84. Look at that. But right in that area right there, Again, that's Utica Sandersville Road. That's a pretty nasty cell as it comes across there. Now, the whole county under a severe thunderstorm warning, just the northern portion of Wayne County under that tornado warning right now. And again, this storm should be at Shibuda within 11 minutes. In Shibuda, you're too close to it not to take this too serious. Again, no warning for you, but you're right on that line here. Here's the storm as it moves. This is the leading edge of this. So much can change in 60 seconds when it comes to storms. Glancing down, we have, I was making sure we didn't have any more incidents. Those happen so quickly. And again, if you're watching, I know it's getting into the 10 o'clock hour. This storm is ahead of schedule. We were expecting this to probably happen at 11 o'clock where we're getting at 10. So it's running roughly an hour ahead of time. And fortunately, everything that I'm seeing is not as bad as it could be. Look at the breakup of this that we're now getting down here in that eastern side. We just got that canceled. Look at that. Jones County, you are now out of this tornado warning. That's a blessing. As we looked at that, it was breaking up. Now we have this one tornado warning remaining here for this northern portion of Wayne County. Clark County, pay attention to it there. We're going to dig into what areas should pay attention. West side of Quitman starting to see a little bit of rain there. If you're in the city limits of Quitman, be ready. If you got your window down, how many of us have ever done that? Forgotten. Think about it. Go outside and roll that up as quickly. It won't be a pleasant ride to work tomorrow morning if you leave that down. Winston County, yes, y'all are good. Here's Winston here. You're going to have a lot of rain come through now. I'm going to remind you of that, Elijah. You got a lot of rain coming, but we don't have the thunderstorm activity with just pouring down rain there. We have lightning. Let's see here. Near Northeast High School. If you live out near Northeast High School there, Cotton Gin Road. I don't know what that was. Sound like a booger bear up in here with me. I don't know what that was. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Something roared. For the record, I built this place new. There should not be any haints up in here. I don't know what it was. Let's go back to radar. Again, we're following this right here. We got one tornado warning in the entire state of Mississippi. It's in Wayne County, right at the Clark County line. And I know I've said this a lot of times. We have a lot of people that join, come in and out, and we want to make sure that everybody is aware of what we've got. As we look at radar, all of these Shazam, or you want to call them Elvis Presley lightning bolts that are on the screen. Purple means it's in the air. It's cloud-to-cloud lightning. If it is a yellow like this one here, it means it has struck the ground and hit something. We got a pine tree probably missing right here, right off of I-59. That's going to be right near, what road is this? It ain't wanting to tell me, is it? County Road 286. It finally cleared up where I could read that for you. That's right off I-59. And again, if we'll look at that, that struck at 9:53, less than 10 minutes ago. As we come across here, a lot of lightning in that area there. Shibuda, the rain is moving right toward you there. The Dollar General and all that area is going to be wet before long. It's on the outskirts coming across. What I always want to remind everybody about radars, what we used to deal with when I first got into broadcasting and when we would cover weather, everything was 15 minutes behind. It would do a circle, and 15 minutes was the best that it would offer. Now we're within anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds of when radar updates, and that's as quickly as you can get it. But try holding your breath for 60 seconds. Longer than you think. So always keep in mind as we describe where things are moving across, it could be a little bit further as that updates and comes across. Give it a minute. Where would it be in a minute? And keep that in mind. So if I tell you such and such road and you live east of there, always know it could be getting closer to you. Always know that when whoever and however you get your weather of how it's done. We try to give it to you as straight as we possibly can there. Jackson, Mississippi flooding tonight there as we look at this rain here in Quitman that is there, but this is breaking up. Clark County is looking good. Right here is the worst of what we've got down in Wayne County. And let's look at the roads that we're focusing on here. Thunderstorm warning. And this is spawning off from this tornado warning right here, crossing into Clark County. All right. And this is going to go until 11 o'clock for Clark County, a severe thunderstorm warning. 10:30, we've roughly got 21 minutes remaining on this tornado warning here for Wayne County. Runs out then, and now we have severe thunderstorm warning for Clark County until 11 o'clock. Let's look at our areas of what we've got here. What area is included in this? Here's Jay's. It's going to be about 50 feet from Jay's front door as that line cuts across. If we start right here at Highway 18 at Harmony Baptist Church, go east over to Manassas, all the way over to Shiloh there at County Road 650, go due south to the county line, cut back across at the Dollar General. This is going to cut due north. Let's see what road this is. This is County Road 210. It will go north, crossing County Road 216. We keep going north here, and I know this is kind of blurry, but I'm blind, and I have to do it this way. To County Road 250, and across County Road 280 back up to Harmony there at Highway 18 is where that severe thunderstorm warning is. Now, that does not take in the city of Quitman. Anything north of there up to Clarkdale is fine. Clarko is fine. Anything west of Harmony is out of this. Heidelberg, you're in the clear now as we watch all of this move east there. Carmichael, y'all are in this, and you'll even be getting wet before long out here at Shady Grove Church. Now, all those areas there out to the fire station right there. At Thiedville, y'all will be getting some of this rain as well. Severe thunderstorm warning. As we look at the leading edge of this, it will be at Shabuta within 5 minutes, Langsdale with 21, Matherville by 22 minutes, and then through Horn in 28 minutes, and then going on toward Gilberttown, Alabama, as we watch this. And they have not let off of this. This is where it is, the worst of the worst coming across the county here. Highway 84, we are seeing it break up on this west side, though. You see that? We were looking at the worst of it a while ago here. Here's where it lies, right there. I want to say that's Kearney Yarborough Road, right there east of that road as it makes its way toward the Spring Concord Cemetery area, Powell Cemetery, that Spring Hill Church Road area where that tornado warning is at this point. And it's just that eastern side there. They moved that over just a teeny bit there just then. As that radar updates, you can tell that it is getting better and better on this. We have 18 minutes remaining on the tornado warning, which means we've got roughly... what is that? About 48 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning, slowly creeping across Clark County. Let's look back at Lauderdale County. And again, this is not turning out to be near as bad as we were expecting for Lauderdale County. It has been shrinking and shrinking. The west side of us, we got rain from Chunky all the way up to the airport now. This is I-59 there at the split. We're getting a lot of rain moving across Meridian Regional Airport at this point. Hadn't quite made it over to Structural Steel yet, but it's going to cross the road there at 1180 by Stuckey's and all that area here in the next few moments and move east across the county. Here's Marion County there. As we move up here in the northeast corner of the county, we've got rain as well. But again, the worst of this stuff has been south of Meridian. As we watched it, it was a level 2, and it is making its way out of the state. Now, we had questions about up this Wayne as we get into Neshoba County, Winston County, Kosciuszko. It's pouring rain. And for the folks that are watching from the Winston County area, Elijah, it's going to be heavy rain for you over the next little bit. You'll be fine, but you're going to get a lot of rain there. Getting reports there that possibly a gas line ruptured in the Laurel area. Let's see here. Equipment. Somebody said that there could possibly be a tree there on a roof and equipment area. I had gotten a report of that. We'll see what we can find out on that. Again, wind being involved with all that happens in those areas, that could be very possible there. As we mentioned, trees fall with this quickly. All right, let's check back on our power outages of what we've got. Let me pull up EMEPA. Let's do a refresh here. Still 742 without power as we look at this. The main, they're working to restore this. There's no new additions of what we see. That big one here in Clark County at 275, and the big one in Lauderdale County at 165 there, and 40 here. It's scattered, but roughly 742. They're working to restore this power throughout the county. Let's go over and take a look of what we've got here with Mississippi Power. Let's refresh that. We have about 2,200 people on the Mississippi Power side without power tonight. And again, as you'll see, State Boulevard there, a big one. We've got about 60 out right here on North Hills Street. And then over here at Bonita, another big swath of people without power on Mississippi Power. As let's look here at what we've got going on to our west. We get into Jasper County, Bay Springs area. It's a lot of people there. Right in here. Here's Heidelberg. This is going to be due to those storms that rolled through there where that tornado warning was earlier. Most likely we had some trees down in that area, about 271 people without power there. And as you look back as this storm come across, look at the damage that it done with trees through here. And again, this may not be a tornado on the ground, but it did have the winds that knocked those trees down, taking out those power lines that moved through those areas there. As we look at Newton County here, about 36 people without power there. Good look at that. Now, let's look back here. Let's refresh this as we go north of here to take a look at our Neshoba County area. Again, as we get up to the House, Mississippi area, about 16. As we get over here on the western side, west of Neshoba on 15, about 15 people without power there. As we go northward, up here northeast of Carthage, we're going to have about 14 without power. And as we get into the Kosciuszko area, right there around Patterson, about 17 without power as we glance at that. Everything looking good in Kemper County. No power outages there that we are aware of tonight. All right, let me check and make sure we hadn't gotten anything new that I'm unaware of. Nothing new there. Takes just a second to get everything loaded there. Okay, we're good on all of that. All right, let's go back to radar once again. Hey, Bob. Oh, that's funny. Bob keeping up with the weather for us there as well there. As we look at our severe thunderstorm warning there in Lauderdale, in Clark County, it's going to be that southern portion past DeSoto to the county line is what we've got here. This tornado warning still in effect for 12 more minutes in Wayne County. And it'll be taking in the city of Waynesboro. Here's Waynesboro here, and it's right there at Wayne Academy. There's the worst storm, the leading edge of this, and we're hoping this is going to start fading away, and that puts it right there near the Shibuda area. It's getting some lightning within about 10 miles of Bonita Lakes is the last text that the radar sent to us there. Look at this west side. This looks better. All of this tornado warning here is starting to break up. Good news for us there. As we look at this, still heavy rain up around Jace, Taxidermy over to Carmichael. Highway 45, if you're coming from Shibuda due north to Quitman for any reason tonight, if you can wait it out for about 30 more minutes, your life will be a lot better and you won't have to grip that windshield and that steering wheel so hard to get through all of that. At the Buckatona area, as you'll look at this, right now 45 as you get here coming out of Shibuda Highway 45, see that? It's to the west of there. Now you're going to get rain as it comes across. There's some heavy rain through Buckatana. The tornado warning still in effect for now as we look at this, but it will get better as we look at this. See here, here's Highway 45 all the way down to the county line. If you were to be heading toward the beach for any reason tonight. As we look at these areas there, Winchester, right there's Buckatana, right there. Let me back out where you can see here. Here's the tornado warnings all north of you. Here's the rain way back west of you here. You will get rain a little bit later, but you're fine at this point. There are no warnings for y'all in the Buckatana area due north of you there at Waynesboro. Stop there many times as we go through that area. Let's look at what's happening in Lauderdale County. We'll work our way back through all this. Myrtlewood over in Alabama, Pennington, if you're going toward over to James River, a lot of rain over there. Look at that Myrtlewood. Woof. Decatur looks good. We got some showers in that area. Kemper County, just hit and miss showers. Nothing bad at this point. Philadelphia, West Side Highway 16 coming into the casino area there. Choctaw, Mississippi, getting some heavy rain. Steady, but no major thunderstorm activity with it. On up through Winona and Greenwood and the Mississippi Delta there. This is still our nasty gram here. We do have, let's look here again. This is going to be in Louisiana. Picayune, Pearl River. We've got some tornado warnings down here. Let's look at this. We have a tornado warning that is in effect for St. Tammy's Parish in southeastern Louisiana and Hancock County in Mississippi. Radar confirmed tornado. And again, it's radar. It doesn't mean that it's on the ground, but it does mean it will be near Pearlington around 10:25 if you're watching us from the southwest corner of Mississippi down around Pearl River, Louisiana. Pearl River right along in there. Here's Slidell right here. No tornado warning for y'all, but as you get into Mississippi 10 through that area there, it is a tornado warning issued there. As we follow it up through Poplarville, a lot of rain in that area. And as we get up into back to the East Mississippi side here, we do have tons of rain. We have now 9 minutes remaining on this tornado warning that is for Wayne County. We have severe thunderstorm warning that is starting to fade a good bit there until 11 o'clock for Clark County there, that southern portion of the county. Heavier rain in Lauderdale County out here on Highway 19 out by Walmart. By the time you get up here to Sicalina here at the firehouse, look at that. That's a lot of rain right there where it splits and goes to 494. The southern tip of Lake Okeechobee getting rain right now. We got rain, heavy rain moving into the Northcrest Baptist Church area. And then right here, this is where we've been looking at some power outages there, 35th Avenue in there. We've got power outages there, and then a power outage right along in here that they're working on. Out by the Rock House, out by Owls, we got showers that are occurring right now. Here's the country store. As you go down Pine Springs, you'll see that. Look at the rain as it gets heavier there as you're going up Pine Springs Road. And again, this is Okeechobee as you come across here, 495 area. As you get out near Chet's and all that, there's going to be some heavy rain there also. As we move across near Northeast High School, somebody mentioned that a moment ago. Northeast High School looks fine right now, but as you know, this is going to come across. You will get wet as we move into this 10 o'clock hour tonight. And again, the storm is moving faster than expected, which is good. We have this moving over just a little bit east now. This severe thunderstorm warning in Clark County has shifted further east of Highway 45. If you live Highway 45 west, north of that area, you are out of the watch box. And again, as we look at this is going to be affecting the Carmichael, the Manassas area to Shiloh, even to right here to the Crandall area, still under a severe thunderstorm warning. Shibuda is out of the clear now. It is clear. They have not moved this tornado warning yet from the line, but if you'll look at this is right at Highway 45 is where this is. Here's the Chickasahaya River. What did I say there? It's getting late, isn't it? Over to Pleasant Grove Culpeper Road, that's where the worst of it is there in Wayne County. Now, again, We've got 6 minutes remaining on this, and this is all fading away. So we're shaping up, looking better. Linden, Alabama, you're getting a lot of rain as well. Let's see. Let me see what Bertha just texted me here. That's just Clark County reminding me that watch is until 2 a.m. Now again, as this fades out, they leave this thread in here to 2 a.m. That's okay. Let's see. Sarah wants to know about equipment. Let's look here and tell you about equipment. Here's equipment here. Here's the severe thunderstorm warning. You're good. As you'll look back over toward Pachuta, the rain is missing there. You're going to be fine. Now, you're going to get some hit and miss showers through the night, but the biggest threat is moving across our equipment. We give you the thumbs up. You are okay there. If you were wanting to go on to bed, you live in equipment, I think you're fine to do so. We're just watching this eastern corner, southeastern corner of Clark County for the storm to move on across. Let's see where this lightning is at. We're from the Damascus Fire Department, Kemper County, which should be right in here. That's what that is. Those rumbles that you're hearing in the background, just above us in Kemper County. That's what that is. 7 miles from Damascus. So we're hearing some thunder there. All right, let's look here. This is the leading edge of what's left of that tornadic activity down here that we've got in Wayne County. This is going to be reaching, as we see this severe thunderstorm warning, they're expecting it to be just thunderstorm activity as it crosses to Matherville in about 8 minutes, and we'll be at Langsdale within 9 minutes, reaching Horn within 15 minutes, Melvin, Alabama, as it crosses the state line in 20 minutes. Thedeville, you'll have this in 20 minutes, and Shiloh within 24 minutes also. And then, as you can see here, as I mentioned, some of these Alabama towns as it crosses there. Here's Toxie, here's Butler, Alabama, this western side. We now have 4 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. We'll ride this out till this tornado warning ends here. And again, we're watching all of this stuff down here. Should this develop and keep coming our way, we'll go back live no matter what time it is. Todd Kemp jumping in there, letting us know that it's pouring rain there in Junction City. Don't be getting everything wet down there, Todd. Todd will be joining us Friday morning. For those who hadn't heard from Todd, Sheriff Todd, he'll be joining us Friday. North Enterprise. Yvonne, what you need to know. Here's Enterprise here. You got some showers, but the thunderstorm activity is due south of you, Yvonne, if that's what you're wanting to know on that. Close to the Clarko area. Let me show you here where Clarko is. That's going to be north of Quitman. Right there is Clarko. As you can see, there's thunderstorms there, but the worst of it is due south of you, and it's some breaks as you get over here coming, so it's not much left on that. Pretty safe to head on off to bed there and rest up there. Junction City, all of that, still going to get that heavy rain there for just a little bit longer there. Ashley wanting to know about the zero area. You're going to get rain, some more rain. Here's as we get into the zero area, as you'll look here, it's some rain, but nothing horrible out in this area. So you're safe on that at this point. As the rain comes across, you can head on off to rest up if need be. Causeyville is area as you look at all of this. Right there's the ball field, as you'll see that there's showers and thunderstorms right at the ball field and due south on the way down here to the energy area. Here's Wyandotte, here's Causeyville, and then Clark County. As you'll see, heavy rain there around the Clarkdale Superette, the high school, the pharmacy, all of that area there. And the heavier stuff picks up right there around Cooper's Chapel, around the dump, the landfill, I guess is the more educated way to say that, as it moves south in southeastern Clark County there. We have roughly 60 seconds remaining on this tornado warning for Wayne County as it makes its last stand. And again, this is crossed over Highway 45 now. It is east of Waynesboro, the threat there, moving across and leaving behind a lot of rain with this as this tornado warning winds up here in the next few moments. We'll watch this and let you know when that fades off the radar here. Let's turn that off. Here's our main look of what's going on. Let's look at this and hit play again. As you can see, this is moving northeasterly, and these storms here are going to just drift on across, most likely into the edge of Alabama north of Mobile. We will get some more rain throughout the evening hours as you look at this. We got showers back west of Vicksburg, but not the strong punch that we've got going on right now. This stuff is just, it's been a wet one. And if you're like me, I respect weather. It's not something that I take lightly. I respect it very carefully. Let's see what we had pop up here. Tree down on a house along County Road 23. That's coming in from the emergency management out of Jasper County. Right there. Here's Heidelberg. This is going to be right above the line there. Let's look at Laurel, what they've got going on. They reported multiple trees down near Laurel. Highway 15 is impassable due to fallen trees. Now, possible tornado is what we're getting there. That's the first sign that we're getting, that right there. This is that storm that prompted all of this moving across earlier. Now, they're out of the warnings now. This was earlier, this storm that fired off that tornado warning we had here earlier and into Wayne County caused that damage. So sounds like we've got some pretty significant damage, and that's going to be just due east of Laurel, southeast of Laurel, right there. Let me zoom in on this just a little bit. Here's Highway 15. That's Cook Avenue in this area right along here around Laurel. It looks like we may have had some damage, some form of a tornadic activity, and that has not been confirmed by the National Weather Service, but as we get these reports from emergency management from there, if you've got loved ones in that area that live in that area, check on them. It's not going to hurt a bit. Still raining there, so whatever damage, if we've had roof damage to anything, it's getting things wet. But we can confirm trees down in that area. We do have trees down here. This is the exact path that this was coming across earlier. Let's look at this. Trying to find my marker. And I guess I lost that. I want to go back and look at this. Let me find my buttons, just so we'll be able to look at all of this, of where we are. Now, as we pull up, Mississippi we had 40,000, about 30 minutes ago without power. We're up to nearly a little over 50, nearly 53,000. Let's look at this as we pop this open as to where these storms were. As you'll see, here's Kemper County, here's Lauderdale County, where we're sitting with close to 700 people without power. We look at Clark County, 300 people without power. We get into Jasper, another 300. Smith, it jumps to 450. As you get into Covington, around 20. Let's just go ahead and call that 25 and round that. Jones County getting the worst there at 5,300. And again, that's where that tornado warning was issued. We're hearing that there's damage in there. Wayne County, about 550 people without power there, and you get back over here into Lawrence County. It looks like we had some pretty good damage there. That's where these storms started firing off right along in there when they began to 6,600 people without power there, 3,100 in Jefferson Davis, Covington again at 2,450, and then Jones County getting a good lick there, 2,100 down in Pearl River County, where we had our latest tornado warning just a few moments ago. Now let's go back to radar. And as we look at this, now the severe thunderstorm warning still remains for Clark County. It's fading fast. Look at that. Doesn't that look better? Now you got some more rain. Look at this over here. And this is Heidelberg. It's flooding. But there's no warnings issued with that. That's good news. Right in here is one of the biggest power outages that we have right now. And you get back down in these areas here is where all of this weather started. and what we were looking at on radar there. Serious severe thunderstorm warnings issued down in there. And we do have, again, here in the Pearl River area there, a tornado warning until 10:45. We have this one until 11:15, a little bit longer on that. And that's coming from these storms back over here. And then this one is until 10:45 also. Watching it carefully. Our area, just getting tons and tons of rain there in Jasper County as it comes out of Jones County at this point. This thunderstorm warning will fade away here in just a little bit. Not a major threat there. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning if you're watching to the east of us in Alabama. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for Choctaw County and southwestern Alabama, northern Washington, northwestern Clark County, and eastern Wayne County until 11:15. 10:30, radar picked up a severe thunderstorm located along a line extending from 5 miles east of Crandall to 4 miles west of Buckatana, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. Again, as we were asked about this earlier, of what was going on, that's what we've got in that area there. So it's coming out here, these storms moving into Alabama. Severe thunderstorm warnings. Lauderdale County looks good. You can rest easy. Just know that it's going to be a wet night when you get up and start doing that. Yes, Meridian is good. We appreciate you joining us for all that. Kemper County, we have just some heavier rains that will move through overnight. We're not expecting anything big to come back tonight. Should it do it, and it's Mother Nature now, it could, but we're not expecting anything big for Kemper County. This is all the worst of the weather is going to be south of Clark County at this point, moving to the east into Alabama. And let me show you this again here at radar as I do those hand motions. Here's Kemper County right here. As you can see out to your west is just some rain. This is the worst of the rain that we have moving to the east. Right there, we just had a new tornado warning down in this area, and this is going to be until 11 o'clock for George, Perry, and Greene counties until 11 o'clock. This is that Wiggins area. There's a thunderstorm at Wiggins, located 8 miles southwest of Beaumont, 16 miles northeast of Wiggins, moving 30 miles an hour to the east. And again, that's down in this area to the south of us. Right here, this is these storms right here that's causing this that will move on toward the east there, toward Mobile, Saraland. Again, if you're in Kemper County, you're in Newton County, all of this is not going to affect you. It's due south of Laurel, due south of Hattiesburg, moving to the east toward Alabama as we look at that. Utah, Alabama getting wet. Demopolis, Alabama getting wet, and as Lisbon, Butler. Now, as we mentioned York, I saw that it popped in my head. We hadn't gotten an update on the robbery that took place there the other day. The bank was robbed by the guy on the scooter. To our knowledge, he has not been taken into custody. We hadn't gotten an update on that. There we go. That's what we have at this point. But again, South Mississippi, as we get from Slidell into all of these areas around Pearl River, Wiggins area there, Highway 98, McLean. As you'll look at that, that's that new tornado warning, Highway 98. Here's Leaksville and those areas. Y'all need to watch your weather throughout the evening hours as we follow this. Now, as always, we'll be coming back in the morning. I hope you'll join us for the morning show. Our first show gets underway live at 6:30, and then we'll carry that right up to 7, take a 60-second break, and be back for that second show coming on at 7. I hope you'll join us for that as we bring that to you every weekday there. Thank you, Casey. We do appreciate you watching that. Across there, that Wayne County there. Storms are fun to watch at night, so long as you're not in that little watch box, isn't it? For those of you without power, please be patient. Our guys are working as hard as they can. It's the same thing as anything. It has to be safe for them to get onto the road. As we saw that we had an accident on the interstate, this can happen to those guys. They're trying to make a living, and they're trying to get there as quickly as they can to get your power back up. But it's got to be safe for them to travel. They have to cut the trees off of the road to get to you. And a lot of times, and you can't help, we're only human. you're sitting there, you're without power going, when are they coming? And the bad part is it'll be a tree down. Have you ever been driving down the road and looked down as far as you can see a power line? Well, it's mud holes and everything else, and it takes a little while for them at night to weave through those power lines sometimes to get to where that line is down to get the equipment that they need. And they're working on it as hard as they can. Those guys work hard. They're good people. Y'all think about them. We're going to turn this over to the sheriff. Where you at, Todd? What you doing? Take care of Junction City tonight. And again, as we look at one last time at radar, this is what we have as it winds down. Remember, if you had any damage there, get that taken care of, and our friends there at Wilson Saw can help you out with anything you need with a chainsaw, steel. Of course, we've got some great folks at Environment Masters can help you out if you want power backup. If you've never thought of that before, that's what we run off of here. Within 60 seconds, you've got your generator that turns on automatically. There's no dragging a shed, going out to the shed and getting a generator and trying to crank it, and you hadn't touched it in 8 months, left gas in it. They run off propane, and they are absolutely wonderful. Power your whole house during the summer. You keep cool, and during the winter, you're warm. I cannot brag on those things enough. They work excellent. If you ever decide one, I'll even take you a picture of mine and send it to you if you want to see what they look like. But take care of yourself, and we'll watch these thunderstorms that are to the south of us. The main threat in the East Mississippi side has subsided. Southern Mississippi still under some threats there down the coast. We've got a couple of tornado warnings there as it makes its way across toward Alabama. Be careful, be safe. If you're getting off at midnight, just drive careful going home. And again, we'll see you back in just a little bit. Y'all be careful, and we'll keep you updated with the very latest when it comes to weather at the Scotty Ray Report. Thank you, and God bless.